So first of all, I think that's a discussion we see a bit more in Europe than elsewhere in the world. You know, that Europe is thinking about its strategic autonomy. I think for me, the first pillar is through regulation. And we saw Europe doing it first with the GDPR, where we saw GDPR was also influencing other countries, starting with the US and California that adopted a law very similar to GDPR. So there is like a clear normative power of the EU. We see it as well now with the Digital Services Act, where it's also like the first law at regional level to fight illegal and harmful content online. And we see other countries looking at this law everywhere in the world. And I was in a meeting 1 month ago with French-speaking country really looking at the law and how they could take inspiration from it. So that's interesting development. And I think that's where the European Union is the strongest. This being said, I think it's important that this regulatory framework enable enough competition and innovation. And I will go to my second point, which is that the European Union also needs to make in place, the right framework for investment and innovation. And I think right now we are not there yet. Like we are probably investing less than in the US and don't have the same capacity. And ultimately, this is going to not help our innovation. It's important that European companies, startup, manage to grow and scale up, because that's really what's missing at the moment. So the first would be investment and competition. And the third one would be, I think, the infrastructure. I think we recognize that there is a geopolitical dimension to it. So we need to have a European cloud with Gaia X, and we also need to have the industry going with it, the resources to be able to grow also like our industry at European level. And I think that's especially what Thierry Breton is doing. This being said, I think it's important to recognize that the internet is global in its nature. So when we talk about strategic autonomy, we have to recognize that the internet is one piece, and it's something that is accessible everywhere in the world by everyone. And we should keep that as well as a common resources.